So far, I think we are on a nice little churn, right? John, I think you're catching stride here, getting to the point where like offers are going out to that point. And that's like one of the things that I kind of not harp on, but like want to talk about today is just where you will reach bottlenecks in this process and how to smooth them out and what will get you to that point of closing more often. And that's just like I got a small segment on this. We will do some calls and we'll live our life, right? Um, so right now, if you are one, I got to play out consistency, right? If you are only going to make a certain amount of calls per day, I would say that like at your bare minimum, you should look to, and I say this again, for like level of like $10,000 mark and over, 24 real connections. And that is literally people that remembered your name, your call, and the property that you talked about 24 hours ago, maybe 12 hours ago in some cases, but yesterday, right? That's a real connection. Now, when I'm in the calls today, I am going to intentionally try and get pocket listings out of every agent that I'm on the phone with so that you have a conversational framework for that, right? Because it is me trying to work in tandem with that agent, me trying to get a level of partnership with that agent. And hey, do you have a listing that, ain't on market right now, but you don't have listed, right? So, but bottlenecks, first things first, you getting on the phone, right? When I say 24 connections, it may sound crazy, but also I think you should realize that $10,000 a month is also crazy. How many jobs are paying that? How many jobs do you see regularly paying $10,000 a month? So in order to reach, just getting there, like bare minimum, right? And you can think of all levels of high performance, high achievement, high output to make it to the NBA. What the fuck? How much work do you think those guys put in? That's major sports. You got entertainment, a skill level of whatever it is. We can just call this monetary because we all know what the process is at this point. So in order to reach what that monetary level of success is, and 10K is a very nice milestone, but it's not very far for what you could potentially be doing, truly. So yeah, let's call that getting started. Shit, we can call it one deal a month getting started, but here we are. Getting on the phone. Like it's not about time on the phone. My call average time is about 7 minutes, right? I don't need much more time than that. You don't need much more time than that to be on the phone. The conversations that are longer happen after we've done business. So getting on the phone, knowing, hey, my first thing is to get on the phone, get the information, have a little fun, make a joke or two, and then go back to underwriting. Right? That's it. That's that initial call. Sometimes, yes, you can get a windy realtor, great. By all means, spill the beans. Because you are doing the connection at this point. You're letting them, get comfortable over the phone. Yes, love that. But do I need to be on the phone with you for long? I may not even say that many words because you've answered all the questions that I was going to ask. And before you know it, I'm like, awesome, thank you, because you made the jokes, you got comfy, you acted as if you sat down and had the drink. I just sat back and let you do your thing, right? So that's a good call. It should be short. So seven 7 minutes per call, you can get through a decent amount in an hour, right? So even if you're only dedicating 2.5 hours to this, you can make 24 connections in a day. It's not a crazy amount. It sounds crazy, but it's not. And the first day that you do it, you will realize what it took for you to get there. And then it becomes easier. Beyond that, the next bottleneck that you're going to reach is offers. You will never have a problem underwriting because we will have these sessions nearly every day. And when we aren't doing it together, I do it on my own and say, okay, hey, you need this. Anchor here, offer here, run through this. right? But sometimes, shit, I need to catch up with you guys. And I say, let's underwrite live. Like today was a day. I know I had some lingering underwriting and I had meetings pull me out of the office several times. I had calls that I couldn't move. So, hey, here we are. Let's get the last ones out. Let's get the rest of the offers out. Go from there. Right. Sometimes me and people have an evening meeting to make sure that all the offers from the day are done. So if you do not have a single offer in that HQ, you're behind on your own shit, to be completely honest. Right. So the offers is the next bottleneck because there is no research and underwriting bottleneck. There is no underwriting bottleneck. We solve that every day. And if you have something truly pressing, be annoying. There's no such thing. Just contact. Just let me know. Hey, I need this. I need this in order to put my offer out. Right. But do not let offers, written offers, be your bottleneck. It will plague you. You will wake up and not wake up, but you will look through your workflow and be like, what the hell am I doing wrong? You just need more offers. That will create more. It will create more opportunities for you. I promise. When those written offers reach those emails, the realtor and the seller have to have a real conversation, or the seller at least has to have a real moment with themselves. Sometimes all they've gotten are lazy fucks giving them verbal offers. And I'm not saying that it's lazy in general to give verbal offers, but I am saying that in the practice of a lot of people, the only thing that they're doing is giving verbal offers and they're not receiving a written offer. Give me 2.5 seconds to take whatever this is. This is Malachi. Good deal. This is kind of the most awesome and horrible time to call at the same time. Could you just try the same time in like in either 2 hours from now or just tomorrow midday? I'm actively always looking for commercial deals. So you are ringing the right line. We just gotta situate a time to talk. I got my team on the call right now. Awesome. Thanks, bro. Bye. Um, so offers. I can put all of you on a 100 offer track right now, and we can see who gets the most deals out of 100 offers, right? I mean, myself included. And I would also say, how quickly can you get to 100 offers? It is guaranteed to get you a deal that gets all the way to the finish line. How quickly can you get to 100 written offers? And back to the people that don't put out real offers. An agent that realizes that, hey, okay, this is a verbal offer. What level, not even realizes, what level of work is the agent going to do with that verbal offer? They're going to send a screenshot maybe to the seller. Now think about your client. Think about the person that you're trying to get to convince. They get a screenshot from the realtor with some numbers on it. And they've already gotten that maybe 20 other times before this, right? And then there's usually this quiet period where the agent doesn't even send those lazy offers anymore, right? They just say the seller's not going to take this. The seller's not going to accept this. Yada yada. Who gives a damn? John, I told you this verbally over the phone to you directly. I don't give a damn what the realtor say. The realtor is not the person who makes the decision. So if your realtor, your prospective helper in this situation is saying the seller's not going to accept that. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for that data. But until I put a written offer in front of their face and they say, no, I would not like to accept this offer, you are telling me nothing, right? It is a waste of your breath to tell me the seller won't accept this because they don't have a written offer. And in some cases, ask, when's the last time that you guys even received an offer? It's been goddamn 36 days. You guys received an offer in the past 30? You would be surprised how often they haven't received a real offer. Real meaning written. Verbal offers do work, but that is also a realtor who is like on the ball. They're hungry. They're like, yo, I'm gonna take this verbal offer, I'm gonna go to work. Either they're experienced or hungry or both. But some realtors, they make enough money, lazy, whatever characteristic it works for them. they're not going to do much work for your verbal offer. So use your team, use that offer HQ, even if you fill it up with prospective offers. When I give you the anchor price, go to Key. Go to Offer HQ. Go to Offer HQ with your anchor price and put that offer out. This is why I've been telling you in full practice. Hey, take the offer price, put the offer out there, get rejected. I would rather you have 100 rejections and see that you put out 100 offers than for you to say, man, I put out, X amount of verbal offers and then, we didn't land anything. Shit, if I see you write 100 verbal offers, 100 written offers, one, you use the TC department, so you help them out. There's money that's going to work from there. Either way, you were in practice and you have amazing reps. And I know your workflow between you and the TC department has to be great because you put out X amount of offers. So you've done decent. There is no way that you do not get a deal from putting out 100 offers. And I know the number may sound ridiculous, like, damn, 100 offers. But if you take 3 months to get to 100 offers, something is wrong. If by the end of the month you haven't gotten to 100 offers, I'm telling you something is wrong. That means you are not doing enough. I have to say it. That means you are not doing it for yourself, right? I want to like my output is my output. I'm gonna say like if we separate ourselves, I'm gonna say okay, my output I will be okay one way or another. There's gonna be money to transfer this business. There's other things that happen, right? But I help in order for your outcome to be exactly what you're intending. From the moment that you said, Malachi, like what you're doing, or I connected with you, or however we connected. The idea is that your outcome that you want for your own goddamn life is achieved through this system. So when we talk about output, I can't say it for me. I'm saying it for you. If you want to achieve, say the number, it could be $40,000. You have to think about baseline output. Baseline output, I'm going to tell you, if you're not hitting 24 connections a day, that's the first thing that I'll tell you. Well, how many agents are you connecting with? Tell me 7, 8 per day. I'm like, damn, it's not enough. How many offers are you putting out? Tell me 2, 3 a day. Tell you, damn, it's not enough. Not for the number that you told me. You said you want to make 10K a month. You said you want to make $20,000 a month. Shit. Put out more. And the moment that you tell me a number that's more than 10, 15 grand, you will have somebody that is assisting you in the closest that you do because it starts to become bigger than you. Right now, I'm telling you that with the system, by yourself, you can do 20 to 25. Then you need scale. Then you need support. But with you just being in acquisitions and having someone handle dispo for you, I promise, right? I don't promise many things. I don't make many promises. It's not even my keys, right? I don't make many promises. I promise you can get there. You just have to focus on the baseline output. Everybody. From this team to anybody the hell out there like doing any bit of real estate, it is here. If your baseline is what most people don't even get to do in a week, it's what will separate you from everybody else. Right. And I'm someone, I'll give you guys my secret for like my output in general. It is deep work. That is the one phrase that I can give you is deep work. Oftentimes I will put a timer, I will say 40 minutes, 28 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, and I will say I'm not doing anything else. I'm not going to answer a call. I'm not going to send a text. I'm only going to X, and it'll be connect with agents. I've done it with you guys before. I'm saying I'm going to have a call sprint right now, and I will have as quickly as many calls, as many connections as I can in that sprint. So that having deep work periods of one thing, because you know that there's a few bottlenecks. If you focus on deep work for agent connections, great, done that. Now you can move on to your offer section. You can go back and underwrite everything. You can bug me about everything that isn't underwritten for you to get to your number. So 2 deep work sessions worth of, I underwrite on walk sometimes. So for me, I'm like, if that's part of your workflow, just to find comps for a property and just take a little risk walk, do that. But if you haven't done the connection part, you obviously can't put enough offers out to get to that. Right? If you run into a bottleneck anywhere else, again, we will have a performance review conversation here come the end of this month, given some of you guys have been here for a couple of months or almost a month and some change. And part of the reason I'm saying some of this stuff because I like both John, you, Ben, being newer here. James, you said to me, like, dude, anytime that you have the potential to make goddamn seven figures in something, five figures in something, seven figures, Jesus, but five figures to six figures in something, it is life-changing potential. It is. It just is. To make $20,000 in one moment, I don't give a damn who you are. You see people in the millions that get excited to make $20,000 in a moment because it's not every day you can do it. $10,000 in a moment. It's just not, doesn't exist like that, right? So I don't doubt any of you taking it serious. I just want you to realize that your output, one, it could be more, and what that could be more can get you, right? I think you all understand the potential, or you wouldn't be hearing these Zoom calls. But baseline output, deep work, and get these offers out, guys. Write as many offers as you can. I'm happy that they get rejected because that means that they took a real look at your offer, right? That's all. That's the only difference that it makes. If they said no to it, yes. Now we can start negotiating because you were looking at what I'm saying. Before that, it's just it's all arbitrary. It's all in the air, right? James, good shit. John, I look forward to your first contract signing. I believe that in this pipeline that you have right now, that will come. And right now, guys, I will harp on every single one of you about how many offers that you put out per day. I will have keys bug you sometimes and say, hey, bro, where are your offers at? All right. Because they are like the department, yes, they have other things to do. They have contracts to write, they have my output. But we all understand, I think, the moment that a contract is signed, like names your contract, for instance, right now, like what that'll do for that department, just given what happens. One contract sign means, dude, everybody gets partied for a little bit, truly, right? And like internally, business party, like it just fuels the next thing. Yeah, James, I will say like directly to you right now, we definitely could be looking at like an $18,000 assignment, um, given where we are pricing wise. Hopefully, we hit that. Right, that's what I'm gunning for right now, given our price. Um, but again, more in detail. You got first steps on what to do with the property as far as like when we can get that walkthrough. Um,
Definitely
everything
keep
else
me
is sort of
posted.
just so
We
what?
can get someone. Well, she said she'll reach back out tomorrow and hopefully get someone to go walk it with the GC.
Beautiful.
So we'll
That's
see.
that's enough of an update of if we can get someone tomorrow, great. Um, yeah, because the idea after we go under contract, I'm gonna say, okay. I mean, after we go hard with the earnest money tomorrow, it'll be, can we get a lockbox lady? Right? We're under contract. We're due to close. We're not going to need you to walk every single one of them. Right? Um, and there may be a scenario where we do close and relist this one, or do close and kind of make a decision. And by do close meaning like we're the purchasers initially, and then we do what we do with it. But I'm still playing the financing game right now to see what makes sense. 'Cause there's a deal in here. 170 is a deal that I might, like I said, might want to find the money for to make a bigger chunk of change. Because if we can go sell for 205 and I close for 170, if we can go sell for 220 with some light touch up stuff, I might end up doing that. Might end up doing that. Yeah, I think there's a feeling in me that we can get closer to the original list price if we end up closing and realistic. But we gotta get past that first hurdle. Um, and again, if the timeline doesn't line up, there's no reason to go and try to do all this work in financing and trying to get the property. We'll feel it out though. So far, so good. Good shit. That baseline conversation, baseline output conversation is the only like my only bit for you guys. Um, I would love to start to have this conversation with a few realtors before we get too late. Um, 5 o'clock in Texas in a day. Also, we're gonna probably midday tomorrow instead of a late five, not instead of, but in addition to this 5 p.m. call, have a sub two call sprint where we just go through and we call them sub twos because there is no shortage of them in the market right now. Like there's only more sub two opportunities, and there's only so much to pass up on, man. There's only so much that it makes sense to pass up on. Clear Lake Forest, 235. Huh? I'm sorry. Um, this is an opportunity that would blow me away if I drove by it. I'm kind of bugging out. Like, not by this, but this is a waterfront. Like the entire place, Seabrook is like coastal. It's a coastal tiny city inside of Houston. And this is definitely room to play around. Quartz countertops, new floors, 235. Let's go and look at it. But no, it's Natalie. Natalie, how's it going? Another call. Can I give you a call right back? Yeah, yeah, as soon as you can. All good. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Yep, 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 yep. Flip comps, and they gave me a flip right beside the house. Almost never happens. 341 was the end sale, and they don't want to tell me how much they purchased it for, but they flipped it pretty quickly. Let's go see it. Still have the listing photo. Yep, just made it pretty. Just made it sparkle. Guarantee I'll see a quartz countertop. Called it. Quartz countertop, vinyl floor, and classic bullshit. Yeah, yep, yep. That's a flip. That's a flip. That's how you do 360. Oh man. Like it'll be like this for a while, but it's a hilarious thing. Let's go see what we got. Let's go see what we got. Yeah, I say that, guys, because the quartz countertops are significantly cheaper than other things. Um, the Larkspur 760. What now? Jeez. Okay, let's play our game. This huge home's 2,100 square feet, and we ain't got 308, 320, 372, number 17. I like it. Okay, and when Natalie calls back, you're gonna hear me run through what the hell she has, because I truly only want to know if they can do something close to 200. We don't even need $100,000 worth of flip room. Just need about 40. Need a new kitchen, some pressure washing to happen, newer bathrooms, and I'm pretty sure we can do 360 as well. You see how it's just white, it's just quartz and pretty. There wasn't much that went into that other property. You get to cleaning this thing up. Curb with new doors. Jeez, painted at least. That's a new door. It's definitely a new door. But curb appeal, the property looks decent. Like obviously it's gonna be prettier, but that's when you get to flipping. I guess there's a little flip right here. Move on to the next one. Friendswood. Yeah, yeah, that's a call. That's a call. Yeah, cool.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
Two houses on one lot. Oh, oh, that's why it says 8 bedrooms. I'm over here like, what's going on?
Hello, this is Anna.
Anna, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Well, Anna, I'm calling because you got a property in Friendswood, 1109 West Castlewood. And yeah, and I would like to approach this as a flip out here in Friendswood. It's like one of my favorite areas of Webster. I was even considering Webster, Friendswood, Webster.
Yeah.
Whatever. What's your? I mean, you got 289 on paper. What's are your sellers like? Flexible?
Little wiggle rooms. Yeah, it needs some maintenance. It needs some TLC for sure. It's
Yeah.
definitely has some stuff, but then it's an estate. The family has to have a certain just they're kind of tight on what they have to sell it for.
Are they back against a mortgage or an appraisal, like based on the estate
Some other things, portions of the estate.
that they need to pay out?
Yep.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, and I'm assuming that they need cash. They won't play the seller finance game or anything based on needing capital.
Can't do seller finance.
All good, all good. Do you guys have any offers that you said no to? Like, I don't want to back them with you.
We've received several verbal. We have received some written. It just nothing quite where they want to be.
I think where they want to be. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
They do have some flex. They just don't have a ton of flex. So
okay. So, I mean, the bright side is like, it sounds like they'll negotiate with the person just to get to their number at least. Okay. How about, I mean, what I'll do is I can put something on paper and then at least say, we can kind of play the game to get until we get to too far away from my number or too close to their number, one or the other, right? Um, I got you on the phone and I was, looking through what else you got and you got 4505. McGalveston over here, on two properties on one lot. You got a story behind this one?
It's some husband wife splitting up properties and selling them off, and he kept hers for rentals, and he wants to sell his.
Okay, are they guaranteed to sell both, or are they one or the other?
Have to be the property has to be sold together. The county, it's not splittable.
Not split. Okay, no, good deal. Is it? No, it's on one lot, so it's not splittable, like you said. Okay.
Yeah. And she could go to the
Assessor and
if they would do a waiver now that their house is to do a variance, but that's not something that the
so it's not 100%.
interested in doing.
Yeah, yeah. Have you talked to them about bottom line and pricing on this? Like for them to kind
I mean, he's motivated. It just has to make sense for him. So yeah, put something in writing for that one too.
yeah, okay, okay. You think, I mean, I'll ask that Sally Finance question again. You think you'd be open to that, to walk away, or be like, I want some?
Probably not, but I'll present anything to him.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I mean, I'll put two offers together and see what we
What do you
do.
think the seller financing look like? And if it were, he wouldn't want to do long term. If it were like a 2 or 3 year, and he'd want payments on a balloon and all of that.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, is there like you walked that property in Galveston?
Yep.
Do you know there to be any room for renovation in this, like for forced appreciation or what? Probably turn.
They're a newer house. They were
Okay.
nice houses. I mean, if anything, they're gonna need like carpet, something like that.
Right. Okay.
And the back house has had a tenant occupied. The front house is tenant occupied now, but they did a full renovation. I just updated it all, like all new paint, all the things before she moved in. And she's a top notch tenant, so there's not
Yeah.
any.
Okay. 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 And since we're friends now, you got anything else that's coming up? Like I'll take a stab at both of these. But
Most of my people like to go live,
right, right.
but
Yeah.
yeah, well, put me something in writing on it, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Okay. Could you just do me one favor? Could you just text me your email to this number? Okay. And you'll hear from me soon. Thank you. Bye. Jesse said most of my people like to go live. That's an answer. That's an answer that I don't have a pocket listing. Right? Not just yet. Most of my people like to go live. Hey, she's got good client relationships. That's all I would really care about. This may not be a deal just depending on numbers. I'm definitely going to throw seller finance at them first and act like I didn't even see a cash possibility. And the other one's just a plain, like this is just a flip. I'm going to send them 220 probably to start, and you've heard my whole plan. There's nothing going to change it on that. I'm going to send them a low offer that they're going to say no to. And then we're just gonna $2,500 more, $2,500 more until they just tell me, Malachi, we want 240. Can you just write 240 on paper? And I'm gonna say, yeah, guys, why didn't you just say that to begin with? And you can do the same thing. I empower you to do the exact same thing. Don't do anything differently than I'm doing. Okay. Like she won't tell me the number, but I can get it.
Yeah, those are good calls. I've got to run, guys, but good call, guys.
Good deal. Thanks, James. We will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Um,
It,
what's up, John?
I got a question. If you have a possibility like on that first one where you could do a cash deal potentially, but also seller finance, right?
Mhm.
Are you actually sending two separate offers or what do you
Yeah.
do? Yeah?
Yeah. They are getting a cash offer and they are getting a seller finance offer. They are getting a
Okay.
cash offer that they're guaranteed to say no to. As a matter of fact, when I do the double offers, I make the cash offer look like complete dog shit, and I make the seller finance offer look like the favorable offer. And they
why would you not do the double offer all the time? It's almost like you can take option A or option B. There is no option C. You know what
Some
I mean?
people say no to the seller finance offer off the bat, and so they just like you. You're not wrong. We could do that every time and give a hey, here are my terms, just in case you're open to it. There's nothing wrong in that. Like just in the same way, if she said probably not, I'm like, well, I'm gonna see a no first, right? So when I verify that they've had the seller finance conversation and they said that they're not open to doing that, okay, then we'll have a real cash negotiation because you're not open to it. I, you know, again, I will take your word. If you want to be someone that says, "Hey, I would still like seller finance terms," but they said no, by all means, we'll still write two offers. I'm willing to put that as a split test to practice to see, hey, shit, how often do people start to be open to seller finance now that
Right.
we've just put them in front of their face?
Is that going to be too much of a problem for the TC department? Is that going to create a bottleneck?
Right now, they have a template for seller finance. So as long as I give them terms, they're open. They're okay to put the seller finance offer out right beside the cash offer. We've already kind of gotten that workflow down.
Good. Cool.
So you're good there. You're good there. Yeah, terms would be the most important thing. Like because the offers look practically the same, it's just terms that go into the other one. There's not much that differs. Um, We were just about to hit 7 here. I don't want to do too much of a long call period because I still got some stuff to knock out before I can say that I've had a complete workday. Um, John, do you have anything you want to say? Questions, anything?
I'm good at this point. I think it's been extremely good 2 days in terms of my
Okay.
own, you know,
Yeah.
where things are.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Benjamin, you got anything you want to ask? Anything you want to add? All good. All good. Life is all good. I'll say wait a minute. She just texted me her email. Yes, man. I've said this and I'll say this again. Me asking to get an email text message, knowing that I can grab the email the same way that I got their phone number, is just an action step. It's just an action step. It's like a call to action. It's on like, hey, click here and just to let me know that you're serious, right? Send me your email. Let me know that we're in communication. You have my number. We're good, right? Now our text thread has started. My name is in there. If she saved my number, even if sometimes I just send my name so that my information is there. But we started some line of communication, and they did it first, right? So you want that action step to be started first. It is a little memorable step. They have to physically go and copy and paste their email or just type it. But some of it's subliminal and completely mental. But I promise it helps get stuff across
It's a small yes.
all these little stuffs, right? All these little things. But John, you're doing good. I would love to sit on some more of your calls tomorrow when we do this 2 call sprint. I'm probably going to pull you aside to just do some calls together. Maybe just you and James in general, or Ben, if you're around, you're really welcome. I am in a space right now where I'm like, um, I mean, I don't have like secret meetings. Just is what it is, especially on a public meet. But I'm to a point right now where like there are a few of you that will obviously kind of separate yourselves just based on natural like hunger and ability. And instead of having these sessions where we all, not instead of, but in addition to, I have some high level sessions just in general, right? Because sometimes we count multifamily properties and everybody's not ready for that. So I'm going to start to say, okay, here's our general chat and now general meeting for 5 o'clock, and here's our high level meeting for 2 o'clock. And I expect only a few of you to be there. It will still be open to everybody on the team by all means, but we're not going over our beginner steps. We're going to underwrite heavier stuff. We're going to underwrite multifamily. We will underwrite commercial. We will underwrite some of these land deals, and we will do deeper dives on things that are above some of our low hanging fruit. Um, Because I like right now, the diversity in your pipeline will also allow for you to build kind of your cash cycle. You'll have 60-day closes, 75-day closes, 30-day closes, 14-day closes. And obviously, some of the ones that are spaced out will be significantly larger than the ones that take 30 days, 14 days. No, obviously, but it usually pans out this way. But if you know that you got like a, $20,000 check coming in 60 days, 20, 40 days, not for 45 business days from now, it's kind of set it like, right? It's just a little soothing knowing, hey, we're set up for this close. We're due for X amount on close. And there's some structures that I need to get across to you and James that are that will help with cash flow, right? That will definitely help with cash flow, but they're going to take you guys taking that next step, taking that next jump. I think you understand the strategies pretty well, so it's just the level of understanding in the same way that you like. We talk about VA loans and entitlement for sub twos today. You could talk about sub twos in a group and for a long time and never talk about what VA entitlement detail is. And that I would also consider a higher level than just talking about sub twos. Tomorrow, I want us to talk about sub twos, but I also want to have a conversation around goddamn multifamily and land with you guys because I'm passing more of those deals along, right? And there's a big opportunity for land deals right now. So we obviously, not obviously, but we should take advantage of the opportunity that exists because, it will only exist for so long, these little pockets. But good stuff. Good stuff. So far, so good. We got almost approaching midweek. So tomorrow, let's make it a big one. Let's make it a good one. Let's try to, take in that baseline conversation that we have and carry some of this juice on tomorrow.
Sounds
Good
good.
stuff. See you guys
Oh,
tomorrow.
you're still recording?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. See it though.